landed a little hard that time.
Welcome to Team O'Neill. I'm Wyatt. Through the 1980s, turbocharged all-wheel drive cars came to dominate the World Rally Championship, but there was very little trickle down to the average consumer, with cars like the Audi UR Quattro and the Toyota Celica GT4 being, sold in very small numbers and often at a premium price tag. In 1992 though, Subaru stuffed a turbocharged engine in their Impreza sedan and the world was forever changed. Over 2 decades later, past enemies like the Mitsubishi Evo long dead, this Subaru WRX is still with us. The question we're here to ask today is, will it still rally? All right, so obviously the question isn't so much, will the WRX rally? The question is, how well will it rally? Especially with the death of its big brother, the STI, this is the fastest all-wheel drive Subaru that you can buy. Gone is the, driver controllable center differential and the limited slip front and rear diffs and all of the extra power that you get with the STI. This is the meanest all-wheel drive Subaru on the market. How does it do out here on gravel? I mean, exactly how you think it's gonna do. It's pretty darn perfect. Of course, we've got all the electronics disconnected. This thing is just straight all-wheel drive, no stability, no traction control, no ABS, no anything. A big part of the WRX driving experience is and has always been a truly mechanical all-wheel drive system. This car has open front and rear differentials and a viscous center diff. There are no electronic wizards sending more power to the front or more to the rear depending on your throttle position or your steering angle or if the wipers are on or not or whatever. This thing is just viscous center diff and it makes it very, very predictable and very, very easy to drive. It won't overdrive the rear and you can't do, drift mode shenanigans like you can in some other cars, but guess what? It's fast and it's very predictable and it's normal feeling and it's never gonna surprise you with some weirdness based on, a minor input that really shouldn't have affected the driveline. And that is why I love the WRX. High-tech all-wheel drive shenanigans are great. Don't get me wrong. Programmable all-wheel drive, electronic all-wheel drive, and all that stuff. But let me get in and program it because the way that they're programmed is usually not great. Having those electronic all-wheel drive systems set up from the factory doesn't do a lot of good in a racing environment. I don't know what else you would want, especially on gravel. This thing is too fast for most people. It's definitely, need to concentrate for a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's a lot quicker than I was expecting. Honestly, having driven a fair amount of the STIs, I thought getting into this is gonna be kind of tame, and honestly on gravel, it's an exciting ride. And certainly as exciting as you'd want it to be. Much more than that, it would be kind of useless. It jumps nice, it lands nice, slides around hairpins nice. It is a credit to the handling of this car that I haven't even touched the handbrake, right? Sliding around all these hairpin turns and everything else, you just don't need it. You can left foot brake everything. The chassis is bigger than the ones that I've spent a lot of seat time in. It's longer, it's wider, it feels low, it feels planted, it feels stiff. So as a platform in which to use weight transfer to rotate around corners and things like that, the shell of the car is very, very good. The suspension of the car, at least on gravel like this, is very, very good. to the point where, yeah, you can left foot brake everything and get more than enough oversteer to throw it around turns. Usually you end up going for the handbrake as a crutch in a car like this. If the chassis is bad and the suspension's bad, you gotta drive around it and use some more tricks to make it happen, but this just does it. And it wants to do it. And it wants to do it faster than I thought it would. And I like that. It's definitely a couple of chilies spicier than I thought it was gonna be. It jumps really well. It flies level. Super awesome, predictable, always does what you want it to do. This thing's fantastic. All right, brand new Subaru WRX. Let's see what we can set for a time out here. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, decent launch, second gear and go like hell. These Dunlop, high performance summer tires will be all right. Ooh, a little cut there. I like it. Colin McRae was always a hero, and he was a Subaru driver. Back in the day, coming into this, hard left, a little bit of a pendulum, big angle, but you can always get it back. A little bit of a cut there, first gear go. Lost a little time. Sloppy, let's get it back. Up over the crest, committed, like that line. The turbo comes on smooth. It's not like lag and then nothing, it's pretty good. And it comes in at a fairly low RPM, so even lower bits of third gear, you're still carrying some speed, which is nice. Coming into stuff a little hot and coming out a little slow. I could set a faster time, but that's the way it is in rally. The first time's the one that counts. Second gearing up the hill. Yes, I like that. And a good line there to finish it. Carried a little wider than I would have liked, but again, I'm pushing hard for what these tires are. Third gear, give her the dinner. Coming into this, braking over the bumps. The chassis is so settled. It doesn't make sense, but I like it. Coming down the hill, another hairpin. It's getting on the brakes. It's so stiff. The chassis is great, and the suspension for this is just working really well. Third gear down the hill. Oh, big bottom out on that. Coming into this and stop. So, we did it in a 150.6. You push in hard for what these tires are. And again, coming into stuff, I want another lap because I know I could shave some time off of that. Coming into corners a little too fast and coming out slow, just having fun. But that's the way it is with rally. It's the first run that counts. You only get one shot at it. So that's the time we'll take. 150.6 is now the fastest ever time in the summer or the winter or anything for any vehicle, including a Can-Am Maverick, which was really fast. So yeah, good to go. Quickest thing out here. And honestly, could have been quicker on my part. So maybe we'll do another video where I do a few laps and see, can we whittle that time down a little with a little bit better driving? But we can get into that as we do. For now, the brand new Subaru WRX on, stock street tires. Will it rally? Yes, it will. Thank you so much for watching. If you're into this sort of stuff, check out Team O'Neill, teamo'neill.com. If you want to come out, take some driving courses with professional instructors and learn how to do all this stuff yourself. We run courses all year round up here at our campus in New Hampshire. Hope to see you out here. Until then, be safe, have fun, and we'll catch you next time.